Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And a very good morning. Boleh kita start sekarang? Dengar tak suara?
Dengar tak dengar?
Okay, so for today kita akan revise ataupun kita akan do some exercise lah untuk for preparation for test 1 tomorrow. So just for reminder, our test will be tomorrow 3 p.m. Alright, 3 p.m. until 5 p.m. All informations will be informed in the e-learning. Alright, saya akan bagi juga dekat dalam WhatsApp as apa yang saya dah bagi semalam. That is our online test procedure, so please read carefully. Dan juga saya dah bagi answer script files untuk setiap soalan. Alright, so please print out and use that kind of files untuk jawab soalan. Okay. Alright, so today what we're going to do is kita tengok beberapa soalan yang kita boleh discuss lah untuk test 1. So we try look at a question from a previous test from last year punya soalan. Siapa pernah buat? Ada dah buat belum soalan yang last year punya? Yang this one. Nampak tak soalan? This one soalan tahun lepas. Alright. So we have a 3 question. First question is about gear system for hoisting lift. Okay. Question number 2 is about gear system for epicyclic, and question number 3 is about gyroscope. Okay. Boleh kita start? Boleh? Okay, dah buat belum soalan ni? Ada yang dah buat? Okay, kita tengok this question. Kalau siapa yang tak buat lagi, belum okay. So, kita tengok this one. Macam ni kita nak solve. For question number 1, an engine is driving to drum. Tak jelas sangat
Professor, can I ask you a question before we start?
Sorry, I can't hear you.
Can I ask you a question before we start?
Okay, sure. What is that?
Okay, one of the examples in the lift hoisting was a mechanism for the fan.
Mm-hmm.
We have to study it, the mechanism, or we have to focus on the lifting mechanism and
mechanism of what? Can you repeat your question? I can't hear.
For the kinetic analysis.
Okay, for kinetic analysis. Yes,
yeah.
Yes. You must study about that. For example, this one, isn't it? So we have drum X, drum Y. This one is basically is about kinetic analysis. Then you must know how to analyze this kind of section or problem. So yes, of course, you need to study about kinetic of analysis because that one is part of the gear hoisting. Okay.
I know. What about the hydro turbine? There is a question of problem 3. Problem 3 in the book number.
No need. Don't worry.
Page 13.
No need.
Just.
Okay. So.
Okay.
So we start this kind of question. An engine is driving 2 drums. We have X and Y as shown in figure question 1, right? And the 500 kilogram load at drum Y, this is our drum Y, is lowered with an acceleration 0.2 meter per second squared, which is direction is given, which is downward, alright? While drum X is carrying 600 kilogram load. With this condition, okay, determine the torque required for the engine to operate. All right. So what is our first step? First step is you need to identify how many input and how many output, isn't it? So for this case, we have one input, which is engine. All right. Our input is engine, and we have two output. Okay, first is drum X and another one is drum Y. Okay, so from 1 to 2, and then next is we need to find gear ratio, isn't it? Gear ratio. Gear ratio. Okay, we need to find gear ratio. So what is our gear ratio? We have N12, okay, N12 equals to T1 over T2, isn't it? T1 over T2, which is 64 divided by 160, which is 0.4. Okay, and then we have N34, which is 40 divided by 100, which is 0.4 as well. And we also have N56. N56 is 48 divided by 96, 0.5. Okay, and last one we have N78. N78 equals to 36 divided by 120, which is 0.3. So this is our gear ratio. Okay, what happen if, for example, we have what we call kat mana saya nak buat ni? Okay, kalau contoh if during exam, if we have this one is radially, maksudnya for example, if we have this one, okay, our gear one is like this, okay, and then we are not given T3. So how to find 3? For example, we are not given T3, and T1 is, we have T1, we have T3, and we have T4. Okay, and then we are not given T3. So for this case, basically kita boleh guna kaedah apa? We can find using the what we call reverted gear train, isn't it? Reverted gear train maksudnya we have the same radius. We have the same, which means that radius for input, alright. For example, macam ni saya lukis okay. Macam ni saya nak buat. And then lepas tu, and then we have like this and like this. Macam tu lah lebih kurang kan. So kita punya ni sama. So what happen is, saya dah bagi tahu dulu, if we have a reverted gear train, maksudnya we have same radius. So for example, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. So meaning to say that R1 plus R2 must equivalent to R3 plus R4, isn't it? So from here you can actually derive in order to find any unknown teeth. Alright, any unknown teeth. Because that is we call as reverted gear train. Okay, back to our question. Okay, back to our question. Question number 3. Step number 3. So what is our step number 3? What is our step number 3?
Generating a equation.
Generating the equation. Alright, so what is our equation? T, we need to find torque required by the engine, isn't it? So we have torque input. Alright, no omega. Okay, betul. We need to identify our omega and alpha first before we generate the equation. So step number 3 is knowing how many omega and how many alpha we have. So where is our alpha is given? Not we are not given alpha, isn't it? We just only have acceleration 0.2 from drum Y. So from drum Y we have 0.2. So basically from here we can actually find alpha output Y, isn't it? Alpha output. So what is our alpha output? Since we know that A for drum Y must equals to R alpha Y, isn't it? So alpha Y equals to 0.2 divided by 0.6. Is that correct? 0.2 divided by 0.6. So what is our alpha Y? 0.2 bahagi 0.6, then we have 0.333. So that is our alpha Y. So from here, once we get alpha Y, then we can actually find alpha input, isn't it? So how to find alpha input? By using gear ratio. So we know that 0.6 0.3
0.8.
Huh? 0.2 bahagi 0.6, betul ke? Sorry, 0.8. 0.2 bahagi 0.8, which is 0.25. Betul? 0.25. Radius 0.8 lah, because we are given diameter for Y. So we have 0.25 radian per second squared. So this is alpha Y. So from here we can actually find the alpha input or alpha engine by relate with alpha Y divided by alpha engine equals to what? N 34 times with N 56. So what is our alpha engine? Should be 0.25 divided by N34 is 0.4 times with N56 N1 tu memang tak termasuk. No, N1 tu kita tengok dia punya laluan dia dekat mana. Laluan untuk Y ni hanya melibatkan N34 and N56. Okay. N12 only for drum X. N12 and N78 for drum X. Okay. Yes. You must look at the path of the drum. Dia hanya melibatkan laluan 1, 2 dan 5, 6 sahaja. Okay, untuk sampai ke drum Y, not include N12. Okay. So 0.4 times with 0.56, 0.5. So the answer must be 0.41. Betul? Radian per second square. So this is our alpha engine. Then once we get alpha engine, then we can find alpha X, drum X, isn't it? So drum X divided by drum engine, so alpha engine equals to N12 times with N78. Okay, so alpha X must be 12, and 12 is 0.4, 78, 0.3. So 0.4 times 0.3 times 1. So alpha X must be 0.4, 0.3, 0.12. So this is our alpha X. This is our alpha engine, and this is our alpha y. Okay, so kita dah dapat semua alpha. We get all alpha here. So from here, we move to step number 4. Alright, step number
Sir.
4. Yes.
Alpha E bukan 1.25 ke?
Alpha E. Salah Sekejap fikir. 0.25 bahagi 0.4 darab 0.5. Betul lah. 1.25. Then kat sini berapa?
0.15.
0.15. 0.15. Okay, good. Betul. 0.15. Okay, so basically from here we can find A, isn't it? AX. Kita boleh dapatkan terus lah untuk kita masukkan dalam kinetic analysis kejap lagi. So we can actually find AX. So what is our AX? R alpha X. So R is 1, isn't it? 1 times 0.15. So we get alpha X equals to 0.15 meter per second squared. So this is our AX. Okay. So that is our step number 3. Step number 4. Step number 4. We need to find what? We generate our equation. So torque engine or torque input equals to, we have torque friction referring to input plus torque inertia referring to input plus torque Y ataupun torque X lah referring to input plus torque Y referring to input. So we focus on torque friction first. So what is our torque friction? Torque friction referring to input. What is our equation? We have bearing friction A plus B. We start with A plus B. Okay. A plus B. Okay. Plus with, and then friction is going through gear ratio 1, 2. Then we have G, F, G. So plus F plus G times with gear ratio N1, 2 over efficiency 1, 2. Okay. And then we also have IH. So plus I plus H, and then again we have N1, 2 over efficiency 1, 2 times with N7, 8 over efficiency 7, 8. Okay. And then done the left side, and then we move to the right side plus with what? Plus with C. So plus with C, dia melalui N34 efficiency 34, and last one we have plus D plus E. Okay, we have N34 times with N56, 56. Okay. Understand? Is that clear? Macam mana nak generate our friction?
Yes, sir.
Clear? So just once we generate our equation for torque due to friction, then just input lah all the values over here. Okay. So what's our value? A plus B. What is our A? A is A plus B 10 lah. 10 plus F plus G. F plus G is 20. Okay, N12 is N12 is 0.4 divided by 0.8. Okay, and then plus I plus H. I plus H berapa? 60. Okay, so 0.4, 0.8 times with N78. N78 is 0.3. 0.3, 0.8, and then plus with C. What is our C? C is 5. So N34 is N34 tadi berapa? 0.4. 0.4 divided by 0.8. And last one we have D plus E, which is 60. D plus D, sorry, D plus E, which is 60, isn't it? 60. Then we have 0.4, 0.8 times with 5/6. Berapa 5/6?
0.5.
0.5. So 0.5 bahagi 0.8. Okay. Can you find the answer? Please calculate. What is our answer?
$52.5.
52.5. Betul 52.5 Newton meter. Okay. So that is our torque due to friction. Okay, and then next, step number 5. Step number 5. Step number 5, if we need to find torque initial reference to input. So, which is what is our torque initial? We have I equivalent alpha input. Itu besar sangat lah pula. Okay, then what is our I equivalent? I equivalent kita adalah we have I engine, 10, which is, and then plus, isn't it? Plus with, we have I2, sorry, I27, I27, and then times with N12, apa kita punya square efficiency kan? Betul? I12 N12 square over efficiency and then plus I drum Y, sorry, I drum X times with N12 squared times with N78 divided by 1278. Okay, and then plus with what else? We have I45, isn't it? I45 times with and siapa yang cakap ni? Okay, so I45 times with N34 squared over efficiency 34. Okay, and then plus with IY. So N34 squared efficiency 34 times with N56. Okay, betul. And then what is our I equivalent? Just input all the values lah. So we have 10 plus 10 plus 30 times with N12. What is our N12? 0.4 kan? 0.4 squared over 0.8 plus Ix. What is our Ix? 40. 0.4 squared 0.8 plus N78 berapa? N78 0.3. Betul? Over 0.8. And then after that we have I45 plus 20 N34. N34 is 0.4 square over 0.8, and then we have plus
Doktor,
with, yes,
yang gear ratio tu tambah ke darab doktor?
sorry darab ni.
Okay.
Okay, darab. Betul? Okay, darab. And then 0.4 squared divided by 0.8 plus with IY. IY is 60. 0.4 squared 0.8 times N56 0.5. 0.8. Okay, dapatkan I equivalent. Please get what is our value. I equivalent. $24.65, betul? 24.65. So we have 24.65, and then from here we can find what is our top initial to input, which is 24.65 mass times with alpha input. So what is our alpha input? Alpha input, alpha engine 1.25. So we have 1.25. So what is our answer? 30.8 Newton meter. So that is our answer lah. Answer for top. Ini kita dah dapat tadi. Then this is our top friction. Next adalah we need to find step number apa? Step number 6. Step number 6. Then we need to find top drum X referring to input. Okay, so we have top drum X mass times with N12 over efficiency 12 times with N78 over efficiency 78. Okay, efficiency 78. Okay, so what is our top drum TDX? We need to find TDX in it. We need to find TDX first. So how to find TDX? So basically that one is we need to find based on kinetic analysis. Okay, so what we have, so ataupun kita buat terus this one. Berapa N1 tu kita tadi? N1 tu 0.4 bahagi 0.8 darab dengan 0.3 0.8 TDX. So what's our answer? .1875 TDX. So TDX different to input must be 0.1875 TDX. So we need to find TDX. So how to find TDX? So basically from the figure, so we need to analyze our load here. So we have 600 kilogram. Okay, must be, this is Fx, and then this is 600 times 9.81 must equals to, direction is A is upward, so this one must be 600 times with A. What's our Ax? Kita dah kira tadi 1 1 point, berapa tadi?
1.25.
1.25, yes. 0.15 kan? 0.15.
0.15.
Yes. 0.15. So 0.15. So this is our kinetic analysis. This is FBD. So this is KD. Sorry, KD. Okay, so what we have? So let's say positive is upward. So we have Fy minus 609.81 equals to 600 0.15. So what's our Fy? Fy ke Fx? Silap, Fx. Should be Fx minus. So Fx equals to berapa? Lima 976, betul? 5976 Newton. Then once we get our Fx, then from here we can actually find torque dx, which is Fx times with up. So 5976 times with radius is 1. So then we have torque should be 5976 Newton meter. So from here, once we get our torque, then just input kat sini lah. So we have torque, drum reference to input must be 0.1875 times with 5976. So the answer must be 112 0.5. Direction dia tak kisah. Direction apa? Direction apa ni? Direction of torque. Okay, kena tengok sebenarnya. Okay, kita tahu untuk drum ni, ni saya malah nak detail. Okay, sebab yang ni basic ni, basic dynamics. So kalau kita dekat drum sekarang, kita nak dapatkan dia punya torque, alright? Kalau kita lukis, if we view from here, dekat mana kita punya
Kiri.
ke kiri kan? Kiri, and then direction masih downward, which is, this is 5976. Okay, so then sekarang ni kita nak dapatkan dia punya moment ataupun torque. So pergerakan dia kat mana? Kat atas kan? Clockwise macam ni. Betul? If force ke bawah, torque opposite, clockwise. Bila clockwise, maksudnya kita tahu, let's say kita assume positive is clockwise moment. So what we have is, kita akan dapat moment which is torque lah, kita nak dapatkan torque kat sini. Torque, which is kita assume positive torque. So this one is negative. So minus 5976 times 1 equals to 0. So then we have torque equals to 5976 lah. Okay, clear? Torque is positive, akan bergerak ke clockwise. Our torque will move to clockwise direction, but our force due to load is downward here. Since we know our center of rotation of drum must be here, so when we use definition of moment, right? We assume positive is clockwise, then we have torque minus, because direction torque due to load is counterclockwise, so this is minus lah. Tapi kalau kita letak, dia akan jadi counterclockwise. Tak dengar. Apa ya? Kalau kita letak load belah kanan, dia akan jadi counterclockwise. Bila kita letak load belah kanan, dia punya pergerakan torque must be ke sini. Dia tak akan jadi sama arah dengan load. Dia akan opposite. Okay? Clear? So torque must be 5976 Newton meter. Okay? Alright. So this is our torque dx, reference to input. Then next is we need to find torque dy, reference to input, which is torque dy times with n34, efficiency 34, times with n56, efficiency 56. So what we have? N34. What is our N34? 0.4. 0.8 times with N56 is 0.5. 0.8 torque dy. Okay. So 0.4 darab 0.5 bahagi 0.8 square. 0.3125. 0.3125 T dy. So this is our torque dy, reference to input. Then we need to find T dy. How to find T dy? Then, so macam biasalah, kena buat kinetic analysis. So we have 509.81, and then we have F y, okay, and then equals to, direction is downward, so 500 times, what is our AY? AY dah bagi kan, AY is 0.2. So let's say we assume positive is upward, then our Fy minus 509.81 equals to, don't forget put negative here, alright, because direction of acceleration is downward, so negative 500, 0.2. okay, so Fy must be Fy must be 500 times 9.81 minus 500 times 0.2, so 4805. 4805 Newton. So once we get here, so kalau kita lukis our kedudukan drum, there must be, if we view from kat mana ni, kita nak view dekat sini lah, okay? Right. From the right, so kedudukannya mesti ke kanan kan, so 4805. Then bila kanan, dia punya arah tu pergerakan ke mana, dia mesti ke sini, torque. Okay. Okay, and then sekejap, apa dia, and then dia punya torque of torque for drum Y must be 4805 times with radius 0.8. So the answer is 4805 times 0.8, 3488. Is that correct? Betul? 3488 Newton TDY.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and then once we get TDY, then back to our equation here. So kat sini, then we can actually find what's our TDY referring to input. 3488 times with 0.3125. 0.31 3438 silap
Sir, 3844.
3844, sorry. So 3844. So the answer top Y refer to input must be berapa? Darab dengan 3844 darab 0.3125 1201. 1201. Betul? 1201. 1201.3 Newton meter. So that is our top dy reference to input. Is that correct? Okay. Then lepas tu apa? Next, dah dapat semua dan masuklah dia punya equation, our main equation. So torque engine atau torque input must equals to torque friction kita dapat berapa tadi? Panjang ni. 52.5, 30.8. So 52.5 plus 30.8 plus with 1120.5 1120.5 plus 1201.3. So our torque engine equals to 2405. Betul? 2405 Newton meter. So this is our answer. Okay, any question? So this is soalan satu lah. Torque required for the engine to operate. Okay, any question? Nak tanya? Tak ada? Semua dah faham? Okay, so next adalah we need to find overall. Yes.
Thanks.
Okay.
Clear.
Next we need to find overall efficiency of the transmission system. So what's our overall efficiency? Question number 2 kat sini. So we know that our efficiency overall, right, should be power output divided by power input. So we know that power output kita ada dua kan. So we have output for drum X plus drum Y over power input. Then we know that torque drum X over omega dx plus torque drum Y omega drum Y divided by torque engine omega engine. So this is our equation. Then pecahkan balik, then we get our torque dx, okay, over torque engine should be omega dx over omega engine plus torque dy over torque engine omega dy over omega engine. Okay, so we know that this is actually gear ratio from from X output to input, drum X to engine. So TDX. So what is our TDX? Kita dah dapat tadi kan TDX. Kat mana TDX tadi? What is our TDX? Bukan, yang mana? Mana? TDX kita 5976. 5976, betul? Okay, 5976. 5976 over torque engine 2405. 2405. So what is our efficiency? X to engine. Di X to engine dia melalui efficiency apa? Gear ratio. N 12 darab dengan N 78. Betul? Okay, and then plus ataupun yang ni N12 kita berapa? Kita masukkan terus lah. This one N12 kita adalah 0.4. This is 0.4 times with N78 0.3. Okay, and then plus with TDY. What is our TDY? Our TDY tadi kita dapat 3844. Betul? 3844. So we have 3844 divided by 2405 times with N34 times with N56, which is N34 is 0.4 times with 0.4 times with 0.5. Okay. So our overall efficiency berapa? Cuba kira. So what's our overall efficiency? So 5976 bahagi 2405 darab 0.4 darab 0.3. So this one should be 0.298 plus 3844 bahagi 2405 darab dengan 0.4 darab 0.5. So 0.3197. So times 100 should be 61.8%. So this is our overall efficiency. Okay, clear? Any question so far? Okay, question number 3, dia bagi tahu torque produced by the engine if there is no load at both drum. Maksudnya apa kat situ? What does it mean here? If no load at both drums. So meaning to say that we have no torque output. So we have no torque drum X and we also have no torque drum Y. So we just only have torque due to friction and torque due to inertia. So just tambah je lah dua tu without considering torque output. We just only have inertia and also friction. Okay. So number 3 should be berapa jawapan dia? Torque engine should be 50 campur dengan 52.5 52.5 plus 30.8. So this is our answer. $83.3. Okay, done. Any question nak tanya? Satu soalan dekat sejam. No. Okay, so kalau tak ada soalan, please revise balik dia punya this topic. Okay, please make sure that you know how to analyze the problem game. Alright, so basically for question number 1 to 3, you need to spend only 30 minutes. Alright, kita akan bagi soalan based on time lah. Maksudnya kita akan bagi one by one. So cukup, don't worry. Alright, kalau faham cukup lah, tak ada masalah kan. Sebab sekejap ni sebenarnya sebab saya explain tu jadi lama tu. Alright. So we'll give you file with protected password. So kita akan bagi semua dulu 3 separate question. So saya akan bagi dalam e-learning, and then siapa yang dah tengok dekat online procedure the last page, second page tu saya dah buat timeline. Alright, so just follow the timeline given kat situ, and then cuba jagalah masa kan, takut tak tersempat ke apa. Extra page you can use any papers yang lain, tak semestinya nak guna page tu. Kalau nak guna page tu pun tak ada masalah, boleh je. Alright, boleh guna extra paper yang lain kalau nak. Cuma yang paling penting, the most important thing is you need to compile with the answer script yang saya bagilah untuk for the first page. Alright, for each question. Okay, so look at this question. Let's say kalau contoh, for example, during exam, kalau dia contoh, okay, kita take drum Y dekat sini, over here. So, for example, what happen if we have another, ataupun kita panggil, we call, tengok drum Y lah, drum X. For example, if we have another drum which is attached to this, okay, and then ada lagi, okay, and then dia pergi lagi, ataupun dia pergi sini, okay, and then we have another drum dekat sini. Okay, we have another drum. So kat sini how many output we have? Let's say this is 8 kan, 9, 10. So how many output? We have 3, isn't it? We have 3 output. So sama juga, if we need to find top output for, let's say this is Z, drum Z. So let's say if we need to find top drum Z referring to input, dan macam biasalah, we need to start daripada awal lagi lah. Dia akan melalui 1, 2, 7, 8 and 9, 10. If for drum X, just only 1, 2, 7, 8 for top drum Z. So macam mana? Top drum Z, the referring to input. So what is our equation? Should be top drum Z must be N 1, 2, efficiency 1, 2 times with N 7, 8, efficiency 7, 8 times with N 9, 10, efficiency 9, 10. Sama juga macam tu. Okay, maksudnya dia melalui 3 gear ratio. Okay, if for drum X just only have TDX N1, 2, efficiency 1, 2, N7, 8, efficiency 7, 8. That is it. Okay. Kalau drum Y pun sama. Dia akan melalui 3, 4 and 5, 6. Okay, clear? Any question nak tanya?
Professor, for the reference from the output, if I take the reference from the output,
Sorry?
I will, if my torque is reference to the output, not to the input.
Referring to the output.
Yes.
For this case, you cannot refer to the output because we have all 3 outputs.
I know.
Yes. So you mean?
I know if in case of the output.
In case to the output, then basically you can have the same, but the equation will be different. The equation will be different. Should be you need to, if you referring to the output, for example, you need to find top macam ni cakap, top DX reference to output. Alright, reference to output. So meaning to say that your TDX should be opposite. So your efficiency should be upward. N12. Alright. 7.8 or 7.8. But I not recommend to refer to the output because you might quite confusing if you focusing on referring to the output. That's why in my lecture I just focus on referring to input. So I can just focus on one method only. Alright? Senang. Tak perlu nak focus on no need to focus on referring to the output. Alright?
Thank you very much.
Dr. nanti kalau soalan bagi 2 input dan 1 output, general equation dia akan jadi macam mana? 2 input 1 output. 2 input 1 output biasanya sekejap saya tunjuk balik. Saya check balik dia punya scope. Saya pun tak ingat scope dia. Sekejap So if we have 1 input and then main output, apa maksud? 2 input and 1 output. 2 input, many input and 1 output. Sama juga. So equation will be terbalik je lah. Okay, so contoh this one kan. If look at this our reference, maksudnya our input top. So kat sini dia, kalau if we referring to top output, so for this case we have 2 input and 1 output. 2 input and 1 output, isn't it? Kat sini. So sama juga. So our top output top dia akan jadi will be top output must be top friction referring to output plus top initial referring to output plus top input 1 referring to output plus top input 2 referring to output. So what's our top friction? Top friction referring to output must be terbalik. So A, contoh A plus B plus C. Let's say we have efficiency 1, 2 over N1, 2. Dia akan terbalik. Okay? Because we referring to output. Plus D, for example, N3, 4 divided by efficiency 3, 4. Macam tu. Sama juga for case for initial referring to input. So we have we start with I output lah. I output plus our input juga. I input plus and then blah blah blah. No, kita we need to start with I output plus with contoh I 3, 4 and then this one must be efficiency 1, 2 efficiency 3, 4 and 3, 4 square. Dia terbalik. Okay? Terbalik macam tu je. Clear? Tapi dalam soalan biasanya kita akan bagi 1 input. Alright, different output. So jaranglah case kita akan bagi many input and 1 output. Alright? Because dia akan jadi pening sikit nak buat. Ada lagi soalan? Why drum Y tak include 12? Drum Y tak include 12. Di mana ni? Drum Y tak include 12. Mana? Drum Y tak include. Mana 12-nya? Yang 12 ni? 12 saya tak faham salah ni.
Gear 1, 2, sir.
Yang gear 1, 2, sorry. Dia tak lalu. So gear 1, 2. Okay. For drum Y, the area covered for drum Y only here. Okay. This is our for drum Y. This is for drum X. Okay. So if look at for drum Y, the only gear ratio involved is 3, 4 and 5, 5, 6. 1, 2 only for X. Okay, clear? 1, 2 only for X. Dia start dengan T4. Proceed. Okay, kita start dengan sampai soalan 2. Soalan 2 ada pening sikit. How to form the table? Okay. Question number 2. Yang ni tricky sikit. Alright, question number 2 dia sama juga. Kalau you faham, dia tak ada masalah untuk generate your table. That's why I told you, you need to hold with the main rule of epicyclic. What is that? You must know that gear for the first set, okay, must be arm for second set. What does it mean here? Tak kisahlah macam mana. Contoh, kalau for this case, for this question, okay, so which set we should start first? Sama ada set bahagian kanan ataupun kiri. Set number 1 or set A2 or set A1. Okay, look at this one. We to fulfill this rule, kat mana yang fulfill this rule? Kita tahu kan? Kat sini dua-dua. So A2 ni dia bersambungan dengan L1, isn't it? This is our L1. Dan juga S1 ni dia bersambung dengan L2. So dua-dua boleh. You can start either bahagian kanan ataupun bahagian kiri. Contoh, if you start from right side, okay. Okay, for example, if we start with table positive 1, negative 1. Okay, look at the question first. Calculate gear A1. Determine speed direction. Okay, if gear 1 is held stationary. Okay. Okay, so macam mana kita nak buat table? Okay. First is you need to put with this lah. So this is operation. Okay, so for example, let's say kita tengok ni, kalau saya ambil bahagian kanan if we put taking our reference from the right side, so what we have L1, A1 and S1. Okay. So first we give all gears positive 1. So positive 1, positive 1, positive 1. Okay, and then we hold arm L1 and then kita give. Kita bagi yang mana? Negative 1. Sama ada A1 ataupun S1. No, kita tak akan bagi A1. Salah. Because what? Because A1 dekat sini, you must remember the first table we should fulfill this rule. Apa yang saya beritahu dekat sini tadi? Gear for first set must be arm for second set. Okay, gear for first set. So let's say we consider our first set is bahagian kanan. Okay, this is first set and this is second set. Okay, betul. So what's our gear for first set? Of course S1 kan. This is our gear for set S1. Dia must be arm for second set. L2. So we need to say that we need to ensure that this is 0. We hold arm and then we give negative 1 to S1 because S1 only yang bersambung dengan L2. Because we need to fix our table 1 first. Okay. So we give negative 1 to S1. Okay, and then from here we can actually find relationship ataupun kita tambah lah. Okay, so summation. So this is 1, this is 0. Then we need to find relationship between NA1 and A1 over NS1 must be negative TS1 over TA1. Okay. So, but for this case, dia tak bagi S1. Maksudnya apa kat situ? What does it mean here? Sorry, dia tak bagi A1. Boleh tak kita cari A1? Boleh tak kita cari A1?
Boleh.
Yes. So biasanya kalau yang tak bagi macam ni, dia akan rotated radially, bukan laterally. Alright, dia akan rotated radially, meaning to say that for radially we have equation. So we have T A1 equals to T S1 plus
S1.
2 T P1. Betul? Dan T A2
Betul.
equals to T S2 plus 2 T P2. So using this equation untuk dapatkan T A1. Okay, clear? Dekat table perlu tulis dekat table perlu tulis S1 L2 ke? Kalau nak tulis pun boleh, tak ada masalah. So dalam kurungan buat L2. Yang paling penting kena adalah kena tahu kena ada L1, A1 dan S1. Alright, sebab S1 ni dia bersambung dengan L2. Ni contoh kalau you nak ambil yang bahagian kanan. Kalau nak ambil bahagian kiri pun boleh, tak ada masalah. Tak ada masalah. Dia akan dapat jawapan yang sama juga nanti. Okay?
Betul.
So kalau start from bahagian kiri, okay, our table would be, so biasanya kita, kalau for this case dua-dua boleh, tapi my suggestion adalah kita akan ambil yang kita akan bagi A lah yang nampak, sebab yang itu question biasanya dia familiar, kita akan bagi -1 to A, alright, not S lah. Okay, so this is L1, L2, we have A2 and S2. Betul? So ini for kalau kita ambil yang bahagian kiri as a first set. So we give all +1. So +1, +1, +1. For this case, A2 dia bersambungan sebagai L1, isn't it? Okay? And then we hold arm L2, give -1 to A1 lah. Of course, sorry, give -1 to A2 lah. Sebab F2 yang bersambung dengan L1. So 0, -1, and we can actually find what is our summation lah. So 1, 0. So find what is our NS2 over NA2 equals to negative TA2 over TS2. So boleh tak dapatkan TA2 berapa? TA2 equals to TS2. TS2 is 40 plus with 2 TP2. TP2 to TP40. So berapa? 120, betul? 120. So TP2 adalah 40 lah, betul? So negative TA2 is 120 divided by S1. Sorry, S2. 40. So the answer is -3. So NS2 must be -3 times with -1. Should be +3. +3. So this is 4. This is 4. So our relationship NS2 over NL2 must be 4/1, or you can find NL2 over NS2 will be 1/4. Yang ni kita akan guna for the second table. Okay? Once kita dah dapat first table, then back to our table number 2, positive A, positive B table. So what we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. So for positive A, positive B table, kita masuk je semua epicyclic gear yang ada. So for example, kita ada, we have arm L1. L1 kan? L1 kita adalah, dia akan sama dengan apa? Will be same as A2 and output, isn't it? A2 and output. And then L1, and then kita ada A1. A1 lone. And then we have S1. S1 must be same as L2. Betul? And last one, apa lagi yang tak ada? L1 ada, A1 ada, S1 ada. L2 ada, A2 also ada dan juga S2. S2 must be input. S2 must be input. Okay, let's say kalau contoh, saya padam balik saya buka sekejap. Mana soalan tadi? Apa soalan? P2 dengan L2 sekali cancel. P2. So dalam table biasanya kita tak masuk P2, kita akan masuk L2 sebab kita nak dapatkan relationship antara L2 dan juga S2 ataupun E2. Okay. So kalau contoh, let's say if we have external gear which is attached, contohlah saya bagi attach kat sini, ada satu lagi dekat sini, and then ada lagi gear kat sini. So what happened to our gear kat sini? Let's say this is gear M and then this is N. So perlu tak masukkan gear N ataupun gear N dalam table? Perlu tak masukkan gear N dalam table? Tak perlu lah kan? So kalau nak masuk M boleh sebab M tu dia satu gear dengan ataupun kat sini I lah. Sorry, si I. Okay. So just masukkan nilai epicyclic gear saja because N tu adalah external gear. So no need to include in the table. But for example during question, if dia bagi tahu kita nak the question is what happen if we apa? Sekejap. Ni. Okay, what happen if our gear ratio dekat N tu, okay, for example dekat bukan N lah. Let's say this is gear ratio N. Ini tak kisah P ke apa kan? P. Gear P and gear ratio dekat N kat sini. For example, if we hold gear ratio ataupun we hold P, gear P, then what happen to our gear S2 kalau kita fix ataupun kita hold P? So of course kita akan fix juga S2 kan sebab dia bersambungan. So bila fix maksudnya dalam table nanti kita akan kita kena jadikan N S2 must be 0 lah. Okay, faham? Okay, this one. So what happened? First is we give all with positive A. So positive A, positive A, positive A, positive A. And then we hold L1 and then we give positive B ke mana-mana gear because table plus A plus B adalah free gear. So kita bagi je mana-mana positive B ke gear yang lain lah. So for this case, for example, biasanya kita akan bagi A1 lah. So this one positive B. So from here, so actually kita boleh dapatkan dia punya nilai lah. This one is A plus B. So how to find NS2? NS2. So NS2 kita boleh relatekan dengan NS1. We can actually relate with NA1 lah. So negative TA1 over TS1. So dapatkan TA1 dulu. TA1 equals to positive B macam mana nak tahu nak letak mana? Boleh letak mana-mana. Nak letak dekat S1 pun boleh, nak letak dekat A1 pun boleh, tak ada masalah. At the end jawapan ni mesti akan jadi sama. Okay, so tapi my suggestion adalah kita letak je dekat A1, senang. Okay, senang. Sebab kita for table A1 positive A positive B ni adalah kita utamakan yang yang second set. Second set kita adalah L1, A1 dan S1 lah kan. So kita bagi A1 lah senang. So TA1 kita berapa? Using formula. TA1 sama dengan T S1 plus 2TP1. Betul? So TS1 kita 50 plus 2, 25. So 100. So negative 100 divided by 50. So negative 2. So negative 2. So N S1 kita negative 2 times with B lah. So we have negative 2B dekat sini. So kat sini A minus 2B. Then what happened to our NS1? Sorry, NS2. NS2. So for NS2, kita boleh dapatkan dia using this one. Okay. NS2. NS2 kita nak relatekan dengan NA1. Okay. Macam mana kita nak buat? NS2 over NA1. Since kat sini S2. This is our S2. This is A1. Kita tak boleh terus direct using ratio. Sebab dia tak bersambung. Tapi we need some gear ratio yang apa yang cakap, yang boleh hubung kaitkan antara gear S2 dengan gear A1. So what is that? So kita ada N S2 over NL1 yang kita dah kira tadi, yang first table. Sorry, NL2 over NL2, sorry. NL2. Okay. NS2. Silap. Kita boleh dapat NS2 over NA2. Okay. Times with NL2. NA2 ni dia sama dengan NL1 kan. So NA2 L1 over N. Kejap. Pening sikit. NS2 kita kira tadi NS2 over NL2. NS2, mana S2? Kat sini NL2 kita dekat mana? Kat sini. Sekarang ni kita nak dapatkan NS2. 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 Ya.
Betul.
Yes.
NS2 tu tak boleh over NL2
NS2 over NA1. Betul lah. Kan saya buat NS2 over NA1. Dia mesti sama dengan NS2 over NL2. NS2 over NL2. Silap. NS2 over NL2. Yang kita dah kira tadi kan? Betul tak? Betul. NS2 over NL2. Dia mesti darab dengan S2 should be NS1.
NS1. NA1.
Yes, NS1 over NA1. Betul. Because L2 dengan S1 adalah same apa? Same device, same gear. So kita boleh cancel out lah, dia akan jadi sama. So NL2 kita dah dapat tadi kan? NL2 over NS2. Which is 1 over 4, isn't it? 1 over 4 times with NS1. Yang tadi, yang atas ni. NS1 over NA1, which is negative 2. Betul? So we have negative 1 over 2. Betul tak? Negative 1 over 2. So, berapa jawapan dia? NS2 must be negative 0.5 times with NA1. B, betul? Negative 0.5, sekejap, NS1. NL2 over NS2. Sekejap, saya cek balik ni. NS2 over NA2.
Bukan 4%. NS2 NL2 kan 4.
Betul silap. NS2 over NL2 silap. Tu macam pelik sikit ni. 4. So should be negative 8 kan? So should be negative 8B. So masuk dalam table, so kat sini mesti be negative 8B. So we have A minus 8B. So that is our equation. So from here, back kepada soalan lah. Soalan beritahu apa? If analyst A1 is rotating 2500 counterclockwise, so counterclockwise biasanya kita akan assume dia negatif lah. Determine the speed and direction of the speed of the output shaft. So N A1, A plus B kat sini kan. A plus B sama dengan negatif 2500. So question number 1. And then yang another one is A minus 8B must be. Dia kita beritahu kat sini. Input shaft mana NS2 lah. NS2 dia beritahu clockwise. Rotating constant speed to clockwise direction. Positive. So NS2 kita from table kat mana input kan. NS2 sama input maksudnya A minus 2B. Sorry, A minus 8B must be 2500. So question number 2. Okay. So from here, dapatkan nilai A dan B. So from here dapatkan nilai A, dapatkan nilai B. Once you get A and B, then back kepada soalan, dia dapatkan apa? Determine the speed and direction of O. O dekat mana? O dia sama dengan A2. Sama dengan A2. Should be same as here. So we need to say that our equation is NO equals to A lah. Once you get A, so this is our O. This is our N output. Okay, clear? Contoh soalan B pula. If A1 is held stationary, what does it mean here? Kalau A1 is held stationary, dia sama, so kita akan dapatkan new A and B. So, we need to say that for B ni, nombor 2 ni, kita akan buat equation barulah. A plus B must be 0. First equation. Another one is A minus 8B equals to 2500. Question number 2. Okay. So, kita akan dapatkan dia punya new output for B, which is A. Okay. Okay. So, rasa dah habis kot masa. Ada soalan tak? Tak sempat nak bincang soalan 3. Ada soalan nak tanya. So, boleh buat. Cuba buat, dapatkan jawapan dia lah. Okay. Any question nak tanya? So, sebenarnya macam itulah konsep dia. Okay, untuk share soalan dan answer scheme kat group. Saya tak ada answer scheme kat dia. Okay. Saya tak ada answer scheme. Alright. So, boleh cuba buat. Nanti saya post video yang saya dah record ni dalam WhatsApp, dalam e-learning, dan boleh tengok balik lah. Alright. Saya tak ada jawapan dia. I have no answer. Okay, untuk soalan 3.
Video sir, video.
Apa?
Video soalan 3. Saya
Untuk
kurang sure cara jawab.
dah jawab. Soalan 3, saya pun tak tahulah jawapan dia berapa. Nanti saya cek balik ada ke tak ada punya answer scheme. Okay, so untuk soalan 3, tak sempat kot. Tak sempat nak baca. Just yang what can I say is, cuba study berkaitan dengan gyroscope lah, yang about this topic macam ni. Dan satu lagi, study pasal aeroplane. Alright. Okay, so study pasal aeroplane, dan juga kalau ada answer scheme tolong share. Saya tak ada answer scheme. Okay. So, nanti saya cuba. Kalau ada, saya bagilah. Alright. Ada soalan lagi tanya? Mana yang tak scan lagi tu? Cepat scan. Aeroplane dan mesin je. Tak perlulah. Put tak perlu. So study pasal aeroplane dan juga mesin. Okay? So if no question, then we stop here. Then don't forget, tomorrow is our test 1, 3 p.m. until 5 p.m. Okay, then I want to show you our timeline. Apa yang saya dah tunjuk. Kejap je. Okay, this is our timeline for test tomorrow. So 2:30 I will upload all question, all 3 question with protected with password dalam e-learning, and then question 1 password will be revealed on 2:55 p.m. 5 minutes before you start exam, and then 3 petang start answering question, and then until 3:30. And stop answering question number 1 at 3:30, and then you are given only 10 minutes for question 1 submission in the e-learning. Okay, and then for 3:35 saya akan bagi password soalan 2, and then you boleh start jawab answering question number 2 starting from 3:40 p.m. and then answering question 2 30 minutes. 4:10 you stop answering question 2, and then upload your submission in the e-learning, and then password for question 3 will be revealed on 4:15, and then you start again answering question number 3 from 4:20 until 4:50, and then last 10 minutes is for submission for question number 3. Okay, and then 5 p.m. I will stop all submission. Okay? Any question? Nak tanya? No. Okay. So if no question, then good luck for tomorrow and wish you all the best. Okay? So buat baik-baiklah. So thank you very much for your cooperation today. Tak boleh submit sekaligus, kena submit satu-satu. Alright? For question number 1, I will only allow you to submit question number only 3:30 until 3:40. Okay, 3:40 I will off ataupun saya akan disappear file submission for question number 1. Alright, sama juga for sampai 4:20 saya akan stop untuk submission soalan 2, dan pukul 5 saya akan stop submission for soalan 3. Okay? All submission must be in the PDF form dalam e-learning using answer script given to you. Alright? So if no question, thank you very much for your cooperation today. So wish you all the best for tomorrow and good luck. Okay? Assalamualaikum.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Professor, before
Yes.
you finished the lecture, you were speaking about something related to the vehicles?
Related to what?
To the